Alrighty, traders, happy Tuesday. We already got MG and Isaiah in the building. Before we debrief the market, I'd like to do some mental exercises, as you guys are aware. So today, one thing I'm really going to be focusing in on is sizing down a little bit, giving them a lot more room. Because the one ticker yesterday, that low float play that went from like $2 to 20-some dollars, like we all knew end of day this thing's closing low. But in the meantime, they're going to have a lot of fake out breakouts, up and downs, upper shadows, lower shadows. It's an overcrowded name that's going to have a lot of manipulation on it. So with manipulation comes a lot of choppiness action as it's accumulating longs and trapping them. Trading, as we've always said in here, is more about the psychology than anything. The longer I've done this, the more I've fully grasped that. It's more the mind. Consistency starts in the mind more than in the market. Your chart analysis is never going to fully, you're never going to fully be able to detach risk from more chart analysis. There's always risk involved. In fact, trading with risk means more things can happen than will happen. So we're going to be focused on the probabilities more than anything. And like I said in the Friday night live stream, I love that analogy of the field goal kicker is the winning shot of the game. No time left. And what does the opposing coach always do? The opposing coach always calls a timeout like right before he kicks it. So he wants doubt to creep in, because when otherwise muscle memory is just going to take effect. You have to trade similarly. You have to trade with confidence with that muscle memory, but also with discipline. That's why trading is such a unique sport, if you will, because you always have to have that confidence, but maintaining a significant amount of discipline as well with your trading system, assuming that you have that. So with that being said, there's our little lesson for today, Kevin. We're manifesting. Turn, as the title says, turn this small account to a large account today. Let's manifest it. Let's focus on not marrying any tickers today. Staying disciplined, letting the winners run. Going to be focusing on that. Yesterday, guys, unfortunately, did have a red day on those two tickers. Trying to let them run. Practicing patience on the winning trades. So could have locked in a little bit of green, but I'm okay with it. Practicing some patience on the winning trades. So let me know, guys, what tickers you're going to be looking at this morning. I got a few popping up. There were a few this morning, pre-market gainers that were popping up as well. I mean, they're already done. It seems like OBIO, I'll take that one off. I saw that at about 420. WNW, that one this morning I looked at, that's already pulling back a little bit too. GELS, low float penny play. I don't believe there's any news here. GELS, it's about 4 million in the float. A lot of healthcare plays. A lot of healthcare plays are making these kind of moves. GELS, lower float, 70, 90 cents up to 614. Man, I'm kicking myself over that. That recent IPO yesterday, it went up a couple dollars and then gave it everything back. So again, if I do take a short on some of these plays that are a little overcrowded, it's going to be smaller and going to be given a more wiggle room, a lot more wiggle room. Because we know, I mean, if we could trade the end-of-day price, what is this ticker going to be at? You know, we'd find success. Probably my favorite play this morning, but it's very thinly traded, as CAPR. It's on a day 2 climb, 950. It closed at on Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to take it because it is thinly traded if you look at the one day. But it's just sitting right up at a beautiful level of resistance, 1250 it's at, and it's sitting up right at a ceiling of resistance, 1250. And then, of course, the 250-day right here as well. So, man, it might be too much of a spread for me to take. A lot of these therapeutic plays have been moving as well. If it spikes out the gate and we could see an upper shadow against all that resistance, 200-day, 50-day, and ceiling, that's what I would like to see. CAPR. Isaiah, any hangovers? Man, I looked at the hangover watch list, and a lot of the ones I was looking at just, yesterday the market was so weak. Let me flip through the hangover watch list again, but I didn't see anything I really love. HTZ was one I was in. Hertz, I got a little squeezed out of yesterday. I don't know if I'm really... I love how much resistance... Look at Hertz in this resistance line right here. 770. It's so good against that previous close as well, 783. I really like HTZ. My problem with it is it's got 45% short interest, but I do really like it. I did take an L yesterday on it. 775 Isaiah is really a good area of risk in that yellow previous clothesline, 783. I'm gonna throw it back on the list again. Sometimes I emotionally get involved, like I take it off the watch list because I don't want to have another red day on it. It's one of those plays that's got a high short interest. This billionaire Bill Ackman like invested a ton of money in it, trying to get probably a squeeze like GME on something like this. So you got a lot of like long-term baggies coming in that are not selling; they're just holding. So I'm not seeing a lot of like panic moves on it. Kayvon in the building. Both were running into the close. MCHP. Thank you. Let's see about those hangovers. MCHP. Not bad, but it's at near all-time lows. And then maybe not all-time, but like 3-4 year. What am I looking at? 3-year lows. And then what was the other one? DG. DG's probably a little better on the hangover. Gap to fill all the way up to 115. It's got about... Yeah, DG's not terrible. Dollar General. There we go. So DLTR, DG, those plays. Actually, that one probably looks very similar to DLTR. DG, DLTR is a good one too. Yeah, I saw where Trump met with a bunch of retail CEOs yesterday. So these are like headline plays, which makes it a little more difficult because you never know what the heck is going to get tweeted. DLTR and DG, I believe both of those, they source a lot of their product from China. I know due to inflation, that's probably why we're seeing a little bit of a climb here because a lot more shoppers are heading to these stores. But the China tariffs, may impact this as well. It's not easy, So we saw DG spike up to 96, gave a lot back, a lot of lower shadows near that open price. Yeah, I like that idea, Kayvon, too. DG, if I could have a morning run up to 98. Yeah, I'm going to throw that down for something similar to that, too. DG, if we get a morning spike up to, 98, close to 100, can then start seeing it pull back in. Man, like some of these higher price plays, like Netflix yesterday, so much range and great opportunity. I mean, spiking up to 1,020, then all the way down to 970. God, even on just a few shares, just massive. Massive move. Yeah, there we go. So DG's not terrible. And then HTZ, maybe. I like all the resistance I see on HTZ. But look at this pattern we're in HTZ. Kind of getting squeezed on the daily chart here. In a little bit of a flag. I mean, it's getting balled up. I need to just monitor that one. I would like to apply less risk to that one if I'm trading it. MLGO was a big mover yesterday because nothing was going on. And there's a few other lower float plays that are making moves this morning. So I imagine MLGO may stay heavy today against some of these highs. That's what I like to look for on the short side too. I like to look for climbers yesterday where they have less attention. That's kind of the idea with the hangovers too. They have less attention today as traders are more focused on the gels, the GELS or WNW. So, but if those fade, then momentum could shift back over there. We have to be mindful of that. And then there's CAPR. Really like that one. 1250. Now it's down to 1191. It's a little spready. So if that spread tightens up and we get a move up towards 13, ooh, that's a good one. I can't trade the certainties. Try to look at some good old Mark Douglas quotes this morning. Because, yeah, the market is it's tough. Market analysis will not solve the problems created by a lack of discipline and confidence. Sometimes I find hands that I really like and want to put more chips on the table. Put all the chips on the table. Gotta avoid that. Man, so many of these good setups, dude. Like some plays this morning were setting up really well, OBIO. A lot of these penny plays just hit that magic 20-cent area, giving it all back. Here's OBLG. I didn't see this one. OBLG, the little tiny float. 9 o'clock, came out with a PR. OBLG, authorization of a stock buyback program, repurchase of $500,000 of common stock. All right. So it moves like a low float play. That is a low float play, I'm certain. Okay, so probably out of the gates. Oh, Kayvon, yesterday I was red 25 bucks. So now on the account at 750. I have to go back and look, but I definitely have 300 to 400 in fees. So we're going to go for it today. We're turning this small account to a large account today. So that's the title of the video. Let's do it. Yeah, yesterday. I'm happy with not over trading though on a day like yesterday. It wasn't a lot of setups, so I'm happy to have just kind of taken what the market gave and ended up being a little red. Market's about to open on up. I will be watching DG, HTZ. Nothing I'm itching to trade right out of the gate, so I want to see if anything's going to come to us. So, guys, let the party begin. Let's size down a little bit. Give them a little bit more wiggle room. HTZ getting a spike, 770s. That one could be a good... I love it when they spike like that out of the gates and they're already overbought. I may take HTZ. Let me see if it's selling off yet. $0.80. All right. I'm gonna get involved with HTZ. $7.90. $7.90, half the position size. $7.90. Really, up towards 820s. 820s will be the other ad for me. What is that, 30 cents? I don't know. I love those spikes out of the gate like that after a stock's already overbought, because a lot of times you can go green to red on those moves rather than the sell-off initially, the sell-off initially and then the curl around. But HTZ spiking up even higher right now. Up and over 8. I'm not going to get too heavy on this, I don't think. Let me just stick with this and put a stop on it. Actually, let me think. Let me think here. We're straight up to 820 right now. I'll hit it with the rest of my shares. Sometimes you gotta go for it. $8.40 stop. This could be a decent L. Okay, I put a 845 stop on it. I just like all this resistance from the other day up here on HTZ. So 805. What is my average? 805. Not great with this morning spike right now. But shorting into that euphoria. Shorting into this euphoria right now. Not looking great. Gotta stop. We'll see. Need to start getting heavy, pulling back, hitting that resistance. Yeah, Kayvon, I know. 45% short interest. I know. That's the one thing I didn't like about it. The main thing I didn't like about it. Man, continuation higher. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped out, guys. Damn it. Decent pullback right there, HTZ. But man, she keeps getting balled up like immediately. Wow, this is a tough one. It's a tough one. Wow. Man, that was such a good pullback. It's popping right back up. Popping right back up. I'm tunneled in on this. Every pullback's getting balled up. HTZ, I need you to stay heavy up here. Kayvon's shorting some MCHP. Kayvon's taking. Damn, dude. I must end up stopping out of this with that short interest. Good old Hertzy Wurtzy. It's going to spike up and over 850 probably. Let's see what it does at 850. That's what I'm monitoring right now. HTZ killing me, Smalls. Killing me, Smalls. All right, traders, don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. All right. We're going to be max L today is what it's looking like. Trying to grow a pair. 2 days ago, reached 870, went down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get stopped out on this for a big L. Man, I wanted to avoid this one too. I couldn't. Could not avoid it. Just straight up squeeze. Yeah, here we go. Man. Yep, all out. Woo! Big L. Oh, man. Kevin. And 920 is going to be the top on that. 920 is going to be the top. Absolute top. Big L. Way bigger than it should have been. Married the ticker. Married the damn ticker. That's why I do these mental exercises, guys, because I cannot not marry sometimes. I cannot not marry sometimes. Damn it. 920. The magic 20-cent area is going to be the top. I cannot not marry sometimes. Should never do that. Going all in on one ticker. Never do that. Yeah, if it goes to 12, it won't look so bad. Thank you. Thank you. But that is going to be the top. You know how this works. Stopping out the top. Always. Is always a thing. Why, Kevin? Why? Why? Should stopped out and moved on. Damn it, dude. 920 is going to be the top. I already know that's going to be the top, so that's aggravating. Big L in the day. All right. Well, I'm maxed out. So now the good news is I'm just helping you guys out. You may not want my help right now. All right, WNW. There's a lot of good resistance up here in the 250 to 60-70 range from pre-market. Can be mindful of that. Can look through some gainers. Wolf spiking up. TIVC Health. TIVC Health. That one just hit pre-market highs 1320. That one just halted on down. TIVC. Tesla getting a spike. So Tesla's got their earnings at 4 o'clock today. That's going to be telling. Tesla earnings 4 o'clock. Man, why did I do that? Oh, I'm so disappointed in myself. I already told myself smaller size on that. I told myself smaller size. And then didn't stick to the risk. The risk was 840, which would have been manageable, very manageable. I don't know why I did that. Now looks like sloppy seconds against 920 on HTZ. Man, that was so bad. That was so bad. 790. Man, that was so bad. I cannot marry those things like that. WNW hit that 240 right there. See? It's going to be a lot of good trades hindsight-wise today. 240, that one. Elevator down off of that to 210. GLS is fading. I mean, which ones have got all the volume right now? Tesla's still spiking. Their earnings coming up. And Netflix going straight up. Netflix up into a little flag and still straight up there. 1,043. There you go, Kayvon. TIVC just snapping and fading against pre-market highs. So many easier plays. So many easier plays to have gotten involved with. MG ICCT. Nice. Yep, ICCT. Hey, Keith. Good to see you in here. You know the feeling all too well. Yeah, I'm just like kicking myself so much for breaking those rules. That's why I reiterate these things every single morning. Because I'm like, I know myself, and I can definitely do that easily. That's why I'm like, Kevin, you should have tried to look at a different ticker. Get involved with this, set your stop, and go to something else. So that does not happen. We'll get it back tomorrow. Because I have a tendency to marry. So I try to emphasize not marrying these. Like the one trade has to work out on the day. Has to work out. ICCT, this one. Good mention, MG. This one's been moving around for quite some time here in the last few weeks. 24 cents it went March 31st up to $8. Straight back down. It's got $3.90 to $4 resistance on it. $3.90 to $4. Isaiah, you weren't disciplined with your stop either. I was not either. Yeah. I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. The fact that she just broke out. I mean, all this resistance from Thursday. She's up and above now. I like that it hit 920. Okay, you got the stop at the highs. We'll trade places. I stop out for Big Max L today, and this one's going to fade and pay you out. The other day it was reversed, so we'll just trade positions. All right, let's see. ICCT snapping off of 350s right now. 317. We're pulling back down to. It's not top tick Tuesday. Well, I mean, for your sake, I definitely hope I top tick that. I want her to unwind. Look at that coming back down for you. 850s. Let me see what I got at. Yeah, 908. It took me out at. So that was real bad. 855, 858 average you have. Hey, you're green on it. Good work. Good trade. Down in the low 850s now. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say I know. I broke rules. Yeah, if I didn't set a stop, I'd be pretty good on it right now, but broke rules. That's what it's disappointing. Good job, Isaiah. Let it pay you out, because that's probably going to be a decent... I mean, she has been getting bought on the dips, but that's a decent pullback off of the highs right there. You're probably going to see some money here. You're probably going to see some moolah. Let me see what the average was. 798, 85. Yeah, my average was, I think it was about 840s to 50s. Hit it again up there. That the ads were too close for me too. That's what messed me up. I don't know if yours were better, Isaiah. I hit it at like, what did I hit it at? The first hit was too early. 790 and then 820. Like, I should have gave it a lot more breathing room, like I said. Give it a lot more breathing room. I'll be honest, I did not think it was going to go to 920 though. So, but this could be a big winner for you, Isaiah. I'll just put it that way. It may. If I were you, don't trade trade your own philosophy. But if I were you, I would be trying to maximize this winner. Of course, probably reducing risk a little bit, taking some off, but. ICCT, beautiful, 350s down to 309. Gotta set a stop, but man, that's annoying. GELS, gels with a little bit of a red to green move. Lee, something's not right out there. Yeah, my account's certainly saying so today. MG, you have a good eye to catch HTZ. I mean, having the right idea, but not breaking the rules. Breaking the rules today. Breaking the rules. I deserved it. I deserved it. I wish I could see those orders on this chart. It was a hit there, hit here. Oh, such a man. I gotta not do that. Let me think. I see so many beautiful charts out there of like, it's just when you hit them and you're red on a small account, when you hit them, multiple entries, man, that can be tough. It's tough not to when it starts getting juicier. It's very tough not to keep hitting them a little bit. ICCT looking a little heavy against 306. Yeah, it's tough to not keep hitting them. Gels on the failed red to green attempt. It's tough to not do that. Yeah, so traders, I'm going to be assisting you guys. Big L today. Breaking rules. I'm about to apply a new rule to my account. So many rules. So many rules. All right. New rule. I don't know. I want to take a poll. Like, what do you guys think about... I was going to make a new rule not to take multiple entries. Like, not to size into a... I felt like it was a winning trade, but a loser once you're red on it. You know, when you're contrarian traders and you take the opposite side of the trade, most of the time you're going to be red initially on it. So your ads, if you're adding into it, are going to be when you're red. That's very difficult to add when you're green because your average is getting effed up. I was going to make a rule with the small account, single entries entirely unless you're green. But I think I would have been okay there had I have just stopped out appropriately. Canceling the stop is what effed me up. I mean, that's truly what effed me up. Yeah, Kayvon, I was feeling that. I was feeling that too. Not touching a 45% short squeeze ticker. Yeah, generally over 20%, I don't. I really don't. Generally, I do not. Maybe that could be the rule. Maybe wait for it to roll over, Keith. Just kind of wait for that 20-cent area to hit and then get it on the sloppy seconds instead of the front side. Maybe rather than, taking the front side, wait for the sloppy seconds. Because that was very clear. Once I saw, you guys saw me call the top right there. I mean, why don't I just wait? The 920 hits, we pull back hard, we pop right back up, and then take the sloppy second short. And the risk is clearly high a day. At the magic 20-cent area. Oh, man, when you see these things so... I feel like I'm seeing things so well. I just don't... My trade was so bad. This was war stuff, Keith. This was war stuff. This was war stuff here today. Yeah, I think the rule... I mean, just not... I didn't respect my stop. I did not respect my stop because I was marrying it. If I respected that 840 stop, that's what messed me up. I canceled it. Oh, man. All right. ICCT, good alert there, MG. 350s down to 290s. Yeah, I did add when I was down. Yeah. I didn't want to take the loser, Kevon. I wanted a better average on it. Tesla new highs. Netflix new highs. CAPR at an area that I would love to hit it at. CAPR. This is up 3 days. CAPR looking left here. Popping up towards a lot of resistance. Up and over the 52. If it's working for me, start small share size and add to it once the move high. It works for me. Yeah, it's just, clearly seeing the top right there. Keith Ross made $55. Kept adding as UPXI went up. So, like, adding into the winning trade. Yeah. Adding into the winning trade. Those are tough emotionally, but that's probably what I need to do. Single entries, and then if it's invalidated, get rid of it. Invalidated, get rid of it. Get it on the sloppy seconds pop. If it breaks over 920, I'm out of it. Tight risk. If it keeps cracking and snapping, I need to size into it. Like, this was the better idea here. It hits a top, it pulls back, we see a couple big upper shadows, it hits a 920 area, I'm always looking for that. Pops up sloppy seconds, take the short, it sells off, elevator down, pops up, keep hitting it on the short side. And then taking money on the way, taking profits on the way down. God. Good work, Isaiah, though. For those tuning in, I just want to see how... We're going to get into some alerts here in a second. I want to see how my account's doing. I'm going to show you guys how red I am or green I am on this small account. Since January 1st, let's see. Okay. Here we go. January 1st to April 21st. All right, let's see. I'd be curious. I've made $245, but I lost 150 of that today, so I'm up $100, but I've had $211 in commissions, $109 in ECNs, locate fees, and then platform costs. So down 328 due to fees. Since January 1st, I mean, I'm not dissatisfied with that. I've been green, but I need to size up, I think. It's been a battle here. January, February, March, April. Nearly 4 months. Green with the account, but the fees are killing me. It's because my sizing is small. I think I need to grow a pair and start sizing up a little bit. Like, have my green days, they need to start being like minimum $50 and higher. Green days minimum $50 and higher. I'll keep the max loss at $50. Today hurt. Today shouldn't have happened. Today should not have happened. Red just on fees, though. Red just on fees with this account. Otherwise, green after today. Green $245 since January 1st, but green after today, $100. Break even trader. All right. Man. All right. Isaiah, you still kicking back with HTZ? CAPR just hit 1320. Alright, let's flip through some tickers. Problem is I married that one. Very big problem. And added to it. And I got it now. Should have respected the stop. My stops are always good. When I'm getting into the trade, my stops are good. Like I realize what the stop should be. Canceling it. Idiot, Kevin. My problem is I need to move on to a different ticker as soon as I get into something. TEM spiking up. TEM. Ticker TEM. Isaiah still holding, probably add on a pop. Nice. Nice. 45 is looking strong here. 45.20s. Let's look left of the chart. About 45.20. Seeing some resistance. TEM. All right. Riot. So some Bitcoin plays are moving right now. RIOT 702. Webull. Oh man. Webull getting a spike back up. So that one recently IPO'd. Webull. Did I? Yeah, Bull IPO'd recently, right? Yeah. Yeah, that one's getting a little spike right now. 22 up to 30. We're seeing with Webull. CIFR. Yeah, maybe after yesterday with the whole market dumping, right? I mean, right now SPY is climbing. SPY is climbing right now. Keith, you can't wait for your account on Friday. Let's go. All right. One second, guys. Got to change the battery out. You know what we ought to do right now? Here's what I'm gonna do. It's time to paper trade with some actual like paper trade. Let's do that. So I actually keep trading, practicing. Let's go to the demo mode. All right, now let's find something. Now let's have a massive green day. Small demo account to a large demo account. Let's go. For those that are new in here, I've got a. If I have it hit over a $50 max loss, I cannot trade the rest of the day. TEM I do like. TEM I do like. Sees. I'm thinking about short there. I gotta size up a little bit with the account, guys. I'm only red on fees. I'm only red on fees. I mean, of course, if I break rules like today, that's gonna have bad implications on the account. But like on this ticker, TEM, let's go. like 50 shares. Come on, bid. Pop up a little bit. Oh, I love that. On the demo, if you mark it in, you get taken out on the ask. That's awesome. All right, 45.44 is the average. That is helpful. I wish that could happen on the live account. Okay, TEM, going to place the stop, which I should have done and moved on to a different ticker. So the stop here is going to be 45.80. Profit target down to 43.75. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be an easy green day now. It's gonna be an easy peasy green day now. I already know what's gonna happen. All right, TEM working that one. ICCT MG with that alert. Good eye there. HTZ. Dang, dude, all the way into the 820s. Nice. All right, so right now working TEM 45.44 short average. Keep flipping, see what we can find. SEDG spiking up. SEDG. Kayvon, CVNA could be sloppy, but coming on up. Okay, I'll take a look here. SEDG 15 is really good resistance there. Left of the chart. SEDG is a buy the rumor, sell the news right now. They announced financial results for the first quarter on May 6th. Okay, so they just have. So buy the rumor, sell the news. Kayvon's pointing out CVNA. Carvana, na. All right, 220 looks good there. 220. Sloppy seconds. Kayvon's mentioning sloppy seconds CVNA potentially. How's my TEM trade working? Oh, yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Easy green day, guys. Easy green day. Idiot, Kevin. You're such an idiot. Oh my god. I can't even. Alright. Kayvon's still in MCHP. Tested VWAP, crack, and bounce. Would love a fade to 40. Yep. Respect the stop. Unlike me, respect the stop. The one thing that does help me out a lot is literally getting involved with something and not looking at it anymore. Let the winner work, or if it stops me out at my stop, that's all right. So TM pulling back quite a bit right now. I'm going to go ahead and take half off TEM. Set an adjusted stop on the rest of my shares. So we're guaranteed up about 20. Adjusted stop is going to be my average 45, 44, or we'll see your lower. All right, looking for the next trade. Oh, NG is popping up right up to a 200-day. Here's the NG. NG 200-day, about 360. The 200-day is at. Left of the chart, we got some 385 resistance, NG. What's going on here? Oh, it's a gold play. Ugh, yuck. Put it on the watch list, but I'm probably not taking that anytime soon. All right, let's. I mean, maybe up towards NG. What about like 380? I'll take it. The gold stuff, man. It's just I don't like it. HTZ looking heavy under VWAP right now. I mean, we'll see what it does. It can do pretty much anything with that short interest, but at the moment, HTZ looking slightly heavy under the VWAP for those still involved. TEM, nice. That one's pretty good right now still. Still the fade on TEM. I'm keeping leftovers there to keep working. SEDG, yeah, that one was close too. It was almost up there, 1388. All right, let's do a little flipperoo. Woof, WLF. That one's like oversold on the daily though. Yeah, oversold on the daily. WNW, the little penny play this morning, has put in like a quadruple top near 240. It's really in a channel right now. Really in a channel. 240 down to like $2. A lot of overhead resistance, WNW. In pre-market, it made a descending triangle from 280 down to 240. So that 240... I'm going to butcher your name. Guarnani? What's going on, man? Good to see you in here. Yeah, level 2 on CPro. All right, TEM still paying out. Oh man, I gotta put this morning in the past, guys. Not gonna focus too much on it, but I am gonna make sure I don't do that again. But we're gonna stay positive because we're green with the account minus the fees. I'm feeling good. This morning was a fluke. I'm gonna put it behind me. I said everything that I wanted to do and didn't do it. I want to size down on this if I'm trading it. Have a tight stop on it. So, had the right idea. Did not stick to that plan. So, I'm going to put it in the past and focus on the future. All right, level 2. Yes, I can show you. All right, level 2, we will go to... I showed the level 2 Hey, go watch my recent video, CPro video. Go to my channel. It's like the last video I did. There it is, level 2. Make sure you link it, and then you can color it as well with this color mode button right here. Yeah, it's really good. All right, back to the demo. Oh, what an easy day today would have been. Look at this TEM. What an easy day today would have been had I not focused so much on HTZ. WNW sitting right up here at resistance 240. It's not a bad play, but it's holding this up fairly well. Yeah, like on the live account, you know, I'll respect risk very well, but the emotions in the mind don't connect sometimes. I feel like this is going to be a fake out breakout, WNW. I like it against 280. I can size down. Let's pull up WNW. It's trying to break out. I like it as a fake out breakout, though. I'm going to start with 100 shares. Like I said, I gotta, with the account, I'm red on fees. I gotta start sizing up a bit. 246 is the start. I'm looking for this to not really hold this breakout. The 280s is going to be the main level of risk, and I'm going single entry on it. Yeah, see, my problem with the live this morning was I see it flashing. I see the bid and ask flashing, and I know it's getting emotional, and there's FOMO setting in. FOMO is setting in with that trade, and rather than me, this is a very one-to-one trade. Yeah, it's NASDAQ total view. So GNW, okay, I just got stopped out. And it looked like it was halting up. Yeah, this one's getting very emotional right now, WNW. I got to be okay with stopping out, though. You know, I stopped out fine right there. They're not all going to work. They're not all going to work. Can you make it above commissions with $150? That you're an account deposit $150? So you're saying, can you make it above commissions? The commissions you'll be. I mean, that's what I was just going over this morning with my live account. Since January 1st, I'm green on the trades, but red on commissions and platform costs and such. So I got to start sizing up. I got to size up with my trades. Yeah, 150 account deposit is going to be tough. I mean, you'll have the 6-to-1 leverage, but if you fund it with they still have the promotion going on with the free like ECN and platform and commissions and all that. You know, take advantage of that and make sure so if you get that promotion, you'll be all right. You can try to grow the account your first month or so. All right, WNW, that one is sitting up at 280. I'm probably not gonna stab at that one again. She is at lows on the daily. There's something here though. Should be mindful of that. There is definitely something here. I gotta focus on not marrying these tickers though. HTZ trying to curl back around a little bit. CAPR, I do like this one, but it's a little spready for me. A little spready for me, so I don't think I'm going to take it. Really, most of the action right now is on WNW. Okay, right now I'm pretty much break even. Took the L on WMW, TEM, still working leftovers there. When I see things clearly, I make better judgment calls, which means probably in the increased volatility at the market open, I should avoid. Maybe that should be the rule. I'm bouncing all these things off in my brain. Maybe the rule should be avoid the first 10 minutes. Like, just let some action set up. What's the vote on that? Is that a good idea? The problem is my hangover trades sometimes involve trading out of the gates. I don't know. I'm bouncing around some ideas in my head. Trade some good old Netflix. Alright, let's take a look at Netflix. Yeah, I mean, I do like this one. 1,055 high. I'm trying to trade exactly how I would trade with the live account. Now that I'm locked out right now, I can't do it. I'm really focusing in on taking the trades I would normally take. TM still working out. Pulling back in a little bit. God, that was kind of a miss. SEDG. Short Euphoria. How's the green team doing, though? You guys all... I mean, yesterday and today both have some weird action, as Lee pointed out. PCT 650. 639. PCT's a maybe. Eyeballing that one. NG, I like that chart minus the fact that it's gold. MVST. Oh, baby, MVST. I traded this yesterday, and it was not an easy trade. Very grindy. MVST is a... What kind of a company is this? I forget. It's like a... heavy industries. Mining ticker. MVST up at some really good resistance. This is a trade I would take. 220, 225. MVST, I do think I'm going to hit this one against probably like 235-ish. I like the high there, MVST. TM working out pretty well right now. MVST, I am gonna take a stab at this one. And like I said, I gotta start sizing up with the account. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 300 shares, and it's gonna be lower risk, like 228. Not much over the highs. Not much over the highs. So we'll get involved with that. 300 shares of MVST, and the stop's gonna be like 228. I like where we're sitting at with it. TEM all the way back down to 44 right now. Nice, that one's working out. What's WNW doing? Yep, nearly top tick that one on the paper account. Nice. It's forming a descending triangle against the high there, 295. So again, rather than being front and side, we could wait for the top to set, the pattern to develop. The pattern's developing, descending triangle, lower highs. Could hit this on a pop against the highs. I'm going to do it on WNW. Sizing up a little bit here. Let's try to get a pop up in the 270s. Pop up in the 270s. Because right now it's kind of 1-to-1 risk reward. Not getting the entry I want, WNW. Just scratch it for now. I like the descending triangle that's setting up, though. Low 260s it just came down to. MG tried to short CMCT. Yeah, little pop right there. HTZ curling. Is it still curling? 880s. Have you taken any off, Isaiah? Are you still working with full position size? Alright, Kayvon MCHP. Nice. Good work there. I need Kayvon to be green this entire week. I need him to be green this entire week. Let's help make that happen. Keith, does CPro have updates? I mean, they may be built in. I'm not sure. I haven't experienced it like saying it's updating. You can't practice with yours. It gives you a way off fill. You're always up hundreds. Well, just do that with your live account. Get some great fills. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it's because you need the live account attached to it, so you're paying for so you're getting the market data. So that'll bleed over into the paper account, like the market data, so it's live. God, dude, today was so easy when I wasn't focused on marrying HTZ. Easy green day. Alright, let's flip through some tickers. WULF Wolf climbing back up to the highs. It's a Bitcoin mining ticker. That's what it is. Yeah, that's probably what it is. WNW pulling back off the highs. That was a nice descending triangle that formed. Didn't get the entry I wanted there. Yeah, as you said that, MG, I just saw it pop up, SXTC. A healthcare ticker, getting a little pump on it right now. It's at near all-time lows. That's one thing I don't like. 220 could be the risk there, SXTC. It made Thursday. I had a little spike up. Thursday, $1 up to 244, back down to 180, 240. Okay. See a little manipulation action on Thursday. You're gonna have some baggies in it Thursday though, so that is the good news with it. If we can get, I mean, we already hit 210 nearly. Bob might be in here, Keith. He might be in here. Oh, he just funded his account too, didn't he, the other day? Hopefully he did not tail my HTZ trade this morning, because Do as I say, not as I do. Kevin, you gotta listen to yourself with that. As Kayvon said, the mind... My fingers on the keyboard do not do what my mind tells them to do. See, my mind... I need the freaking Neuralink to trade with. That's what I need. SXTC. Alright, we're getting kind of juiced up on SXTC. I'm going to take this trade here, MG. I'm going to go 200. It's going to be a short. Oh, frick. Nearly hit it at 205.6, but dropped 15 cents very quickly. I want it over 2, and the over 220 is going to be the risk there. Yeah, I want it over 2. Like 222 or 3 will be the risk. Because you guys see how they hit the 220 area a lot. Man, that is so damn frustrating. Thankfully not live, because that would have irritated me to no end right there. Especially if I would have located those shares. And then the elevator's down immediately. I don't know if I can get the entry on it, man. Yeah, that was a good eye there. CVNA sloppies would have worked. Yep, 214 down a couple points. WNW. Ouch, man. That's aggravating. Nearly topped that one, too. 280s actually did top it. Good work, anybody getting WNW. Did anybody make money on that pop? It ended up being a fake out breakout. It just took a little bit of more time. WNW ended up being the fake out breakout, taking more time. Okay. Nice. MVST, seeing a little green there. 221.50 average, hitting some good resistance up there. TEM leftover still working out great. Not a surprise. Such an easy green day today. And then HTZ trying to curl back around a little bit. Shorts covering down there in the 830s. Such an easy green day when you don't marry tickers and go so heavy on them, and then they don't work out. HTZ, yeah. Man, curling back up a little bit. WNW now sitting on this previous resistance, now support. I don't ever trust support like this to hold up when it looks so heavy like that. Netflix popping up near its highs. Sloppy seconds, Kayvon. The chart looks pretty healthy there on earnings. KOPN, not a bad play. Just hit this magic 20-cent area. KOPN 97 cents up to $1.20. KOPN secured a $7.5 million contract for helmet-mounted display systems supporting aircraft pilots. All right. Surpassing the 200-day moving average. I like the upper shadows there. 120, major resistance on this chart. Yeah, this is what I look for. It's not up, a ton. It's up 15%. KOPN. It just tapped the magic 20-cent area. It's so amazing how universally that works, that 20-cent area. It just always works for some reason. Yeah, KOPN, I don't mind this one. Not a lot of juice on it. Not a lot of juice on it, but HTZ squeezing back up, man. Longs just constantly buying HTZ, and shorts consistently getting squeezed out, the 45% of them. I wish I could Control Z that trade. Just go back in time. Control Z it. So dumb. So dumb. But you learn your biggest lessons, especially on a small account, by effing up like that. So there is some good in it. We will find the good in it. Damn it, such an easy day on the paper. MVST, I'm gonna take all of it down here. MVST, anybody work that short with me? 220s down to 210. 6-cent risk with a 10-cent reward. And still working leftovers TEM. It's kind of basing out right here. It's my damn problem. Hey, Kevin, you're good. You're good to go. If you don't marry a ticker, you're so good to go. You cannot do that. Here's the trades on demo so far. Up 27 MVST, half of TM18, and hit a max WNWL $40. And on the live, just one trade, minus 138. All right, let's keep looking. KOPN, beautiful. Look at that, 120 hit, pulling back on down, 112. Works universally, guys. It really does. SXTC is like flagging up against $2. SXTC. I like the 220 risk there. I like to see it pop up. I'd take a short there. There's a ton of volume on this, like million shares per minute nearly. I'd like to take the short on a pop up towards 220. MLGO, you remember we talked about this one in pre-market? This one would probably be a slower play. A lot of longs involved with it yesterday. Tons of volume, but quieter today. That's usually when they unwind. Well, this one's in a bear flag. This one's in a nice little bear flag down here. The stop really could be the open, which is $12. I really don't mind it against $12. I don't know how, or 1186 is the previous close. Yeah, MLGO, I don't really mind that one there. I'd be curious because I probably would stab at it if the shorts were not a ton. I'm curious as to how much those shorts are, MLGO. It's only $2.50 per 100. It's not terrible for that play right there. I'm going to take the MLGO trade, I think, if we're still in that bear flag against the previous close. It's going to be smaller share size on this one, inherently more risk. Um, 1180s is going to be the risk there. Okay, 1139 fill MLGO. 1180 is going to be the risk there. 1185. Just sniping some trades out. Bear flag right there. TEM is the only one I'm with still, working leftovers there. It's my only green trade at the moment. It's popping up. A little bit of a head and shoulders pattern there. HTZ 890s pulling back. I get off of that 870s. Yeah, TEM, I'm still involved there. A little head and shoulders here going on. Neckline down there at 43.70. Okay. NG is still not bad. NG sitting up here, high 377, left of the chart, 385 resistance. Have to, profit target's going to be like 350. All right, Keith, sometimes feels safer to go in with larger size, 1,000, get in and out faster. Yeah. There's a lot of scalpers out there. I'd be disciplined on the exit side and a little bit flexible with the profit side doing that. Like maybe take half off and then try to let the half work for you. It's just because my tendency is, like I did this morning, is to work the losers. That is my natural tendency. And it's, I have to every single day try to talk myself out of doing that. The natural tendency is tough, man. Stop market order. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, SXTC was kind of a mess. Man, these are so. I'm seeing things with a lot more clarity. You know, not taking a max loss right at the open. I think I need to sit on my hands the first 10 minutes so my degeneracy doesn't take over. MLGO, nice bear flag. That one's working out so far. 1139 average. Only got filled with the 40 shares. Thought I put in 50. Okay. How are you guys doing? WULF back up to the highs a little bit. It's kind of an avoid for me. That one's so oversold. WNW on any kind of a pop looked like a short. Looks heavy, sitting on a bottom support line, but WNW looks heavy. I got stopped out on the top there. You can see how today would have been a massive day had not getting stopped out on the top on several of these. Yeah, 78 green days in a row. It's pretty good. Riot up and over 7. Some resistance up and over 7 here, Riot. Yeah, I see some resistance left here as well, RIOT. Alright, RIOT's not terrible. You see how we're doing. Alright, we're up a little bit on a couple of these trades. MLGO on the bottom trend line and the bear flag. Needs to stay heavy there. And then TM, head and shoulders. That one's pulling back some now as well. All right. So looking green at the moment. Probably need to TM on the head and shoulders looking good. I'm going to try to stick with it a little bit longer. MLGO a little heavy down here as well. Riot, not terrible. I don't mind this one. Kind of against the highs there. 704. This is why I think I need a rule to wait for some of this stuff to develop. It's so much easier to trade and risk certain levels. Probably need to avoid front side moves entirely. I think that's going to be, that's going to be hard for me, guys. But I could have avoided that trade entirely today. And those eat me up sometimes. I think I got to do that. Kayvon, you think that's a good idea? I think I gotta do that. A C with way more clarity. So, Keith, you've said you've blown up a lot of accounts. What's your message? What's your message to everybody? How do you avoid it? And how are you going to avoid it this time? Yeah. New sticky note went up. My monitor's got 1 million rules of sticky notes. I think I'm just avoiding front side shorting from now on. I'm not doing it. I think it's a good rule entirely. I think it's a good rule. All right, RIOT, I am going to hit this one short. We're going to do, because it's close to the risk, I am going to do, again, I'm red just on fees. I got to start sizing up. So we'll do, the problem is when I need to be in like 3 or 4 of these, I'm not going to have the buying power. I'll do 300, 697. We're going to be sizing up, guys. Starting tomorrow, we're going to be sizing up. I'm going to probably be doing double what I normally do. And I'm going to be focusing on backside trades. I'm not, I just mentioned sizing down and giving them more wiggle room, which does work if you're hitting them front side. But I think I'm just going to avoid the front side entirely from now on. RIOT. I think I am going to avoid front side. I got to do it. RIOT, I'm going to hit that one right there. 300. Stop's going to be 705. Hitting it up against the highs. Let it roll over for confirmation. You still get 1 to 3 ratio. Yeah. This guy waits for confirmation and makes a decent amount most of the time. Yeah. Yep, we're doing it. I feel pretty confident about it. I mean, had I respected the initial risk there, it would have been A-okay. It would have been fine. The problem is I didn't. So that, I mean, that's the main problem. Should have absolutely respected that initial risk. And I would have taken like a $30 L. That's it on that trade. And move on. Do not stick around. Move on. That's the main fault there. But well, we got to start sizing up. Sizing up on these. Working 3 trades right now. We're green about $60. That should be how tomorrow's going to go. I need to work a lot of trades, a lot of good signals, sizing up a bit and letting them work. Respecting the stops. So MLGO in that, 1139 short. That's sitting at 1113 on the bid. Nice bear flag snap. You burnt your burrito. How you doing that, Keith? You're just so invested in here. Riot short, 697, sitting right at my average right now. And TEM working leftovers. That one's working amazingly. TEM. All right, we're going to flip through some more tickers and find something to trade. TEM sitting stagnant here down at this. This is my bigger green trade. I mean, my average is literally at the top. This is my bigger green trade. I think I'm going to take it down here. I am going to take it off TEM, so make sure we're setting good and green on the day, because that's my $50 winner right there, TEM. Okay, so I'm left with Riot, MLGO. Yeah, the TEM trade, dude, this worked out beautifully. Exactly what I'm looking for, TEM. Sell short 45.44, cover half at 44.70, up 70 cents there, and cover the rest 43.70. Whole nother point there. That's how leftovers work. That's how they should work. So HTZ, what's that at? That's climbing back up, 887 right now. Yeah, so that's my fault. I mean, tunneling in. Clearly, you see when I went paper and started focusing on a lot of different trades, you know, started making some money rather than tunneling in. SXTC spiking up, nearly hit 220. The other day, these tickers work, their personalities work continuously, nearly. I mean, you see what it did the other day. It did exactly that. 245 down to 170 and straight back up for sloppy seconds before the snap. So we could see this one. It did a little fake out breakout there. I could monitor it against 220 again. MLGO, bear flag we spotted. Working out. Up 40 cents right now on those shares. Nice. Kevin, you see these things. There's nothing I haven't seen out there. I see these hands and they're good. I just cannot go all in. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson today. Do not do that. All right, let's flip through some more. SXTC, maybe there's something there. I like it against 220. Seeing what else there could be. IREN nearly hit 620. ICCT. This is forming a little bear flag as well. 357 it hit. Low 240. Climbing back up to VWAP right now. Can it break back over? Keith, you guys size up a little bit as well. Feel like you're the last one holding the bag sometimes. Yeah. I gotta start just trusting the setups. The problem is when you don't trust yourself. Oh, SXTC. I think I need to take this up here. 220 we're getting up close to right now. SXTC. I'm going to take it. And again, sizing up a little bit more than usual. So I'll do 300 shares up here. 216. 225 is going to be the stop. I got to do single entries because the multiple entries F me up. Not sticking to my risk Fs me up. And I think that's... Dude, so that's a very important note to make right there. Stop is set. Stop is set on SXTC. Up towards 225 I'll be out. That's an important note that I'm making right now. That's why I know mentally it makes sense. I see the best traders doing it. I was looking at some charts this morning. Some of the best traders with large accounts, they hit it multiple times. That has just never worked with me emotionally. It just does not. It's so difficult for me emotionally to do that. Because my bias grows as my sizing grows. And it nearly has to work. I get to the point where the trade has to work. Because I'm sizing so much on it, and it's like I'm looking for the certainty of this trade to work out. I got to do single entries single entries, unless I'm green on it and hit it again, unless I'm green. SXTC, I may get stopped out here. Just got stopped out 225, which is painful, but she's still going up. So there we go. Yeah, stopping out of some, green on some. That's the name of the game here. SXTC in the 230s now. And that's really how it should be. Not, okay, it's not working. Let me cancel my stop and hit it again. Pains me how stupid that is. And HTZ slowly climbing back up. Doug in the building. Hey, Doug. Good morning. Good morning. It is a good morning. Regardless, I don't know. Go back and you're going to have to go back and watch my mistakes this morning so you don't make them, Doug. Made some big mistakes this morning. Keith only do single entries and X's. Both single entries and single exits. Yeah, do what works for you. The single entries definitely is what's going to have to work for me. I'm going to size up on them. You work single stocks at a time. I understand that, Doug. It helps you to... I get that. I got a big problem, though, of doing what I did this morning and marrying a ticker. And so if I can just focus on 3 or 4 of them, then I don't break rules, essentially, because I'm not looking at it. So HTZ, I was so focused in on this morning, I was breaking rules. I took a huge L on it, Doug. I was breaking a lot of rules, hitting it multiple times, not stopping out. But it's kind of a good thing, because if I would have been really green on that one, I wouldn't have learned. I probably would not be applying any rules to the account, right? I would not be applying these good rules to the account. So some of the rules you just got to pay for. I'm not. The rule is that I put avoid shorting front side. I'm just not doing that anymore. I'm not doing it. Dallas, I'll show you how much the Yeah, I'm based in the U.S. It cost me $1.60 to locate 200 shares of HTZ. That is it. No locate service charge of $30 or $25. I think DOS or Sterling charges that, but CPro, dude, you're good to go. They don't charge that. Very cheap locates. That is why I love them. Very, very cheap locates. SXTC 233 it hit, pulling back down a little bit. This is an inverse head and shoulders right here. Inverse head and shoulders. And plus this morning when I was so tunneled in on HTZ, I hate doing that because I know there's so many other good opportunities out there that I want to be looking at and going over with you guys. So I don't know. Which makes me want to like size down on it so that way I'm not so tunneled in. But the fees are where I'm red. We did an account overview, Doug, and since January 1st minus today I'm up 250, but I'm red like 400 in fees. So that's dumb. It means I'm not sizing up appropriately. If you're only red on fees, is pretty dumb because the fees are cheap. The fees are cheap at CPro. SXTC, $2 is going to be some inverse head and shoulders support. You guys know I'm short biased. I pretty much think everything's a short, so I'm not going to be long in something that's up $1 to $2. Let's flip through some tickers, but good questions, guys. Trying to be helpful even when I'm red, stupidly red, breaking rules. Dallas, thank you. You're tired of the PDT. Yeah, PDT's awful. Yeah, just hit me up, man, if you have any questions. AveryDayTrading@gmail.com. This community, very helpful as well. We help each other out. We're all struggling day traders to help each other out. Yeah, I love this group. We got a good group in here. If you're not, if you are day trading, you essentially are struggling. That's how it is. Trading equals struggle. I always say you never make it, you're always making it. It's always a struggle. You always have to be on guard to not be dumb. Because it's very easy to be dumb. RIOT popping up to $7. May take me out up there. Sticking to the risk. MLGO, beautiful bear flag we were trading. Nice. That one's still cracking and fading, keeping us green. Doug, you noticed if I don't use the full 100, it might not be a good idea. Yeah, we just went over how we're going to be sizing up in here because the fees should not be eating me alive like that. I just still have to trade with objectivity with the increased size. So pretty much the quota, if you will, moving forward, at minimum, it's going to be, we're going to take the signals as they come. But I'm not I'm going to be sizing up to the point where minimum green days should be $50 or higher. $50 on 20 trading days should be $1,000. $1,000 in a month. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. Sizing up a bit. I think we've got the proof of concept down. Green minus fee since January 1st, so I just need to size up. SXTC 240s. and not marry anything. Just allow it to stop me out and move on to the next trade. HTZ, Isaiah, are you safe here? 920s. HTZ breaking up and out to new highs. Yeah, Keith Dawson, it's getting expensive. 250's a lot. And then the $25 surcharge. Yeah, I can't complain too much with just being down $350 on fees when it could be $250 in a month just for, trading with DOS. So Keith is going live CPro Friday. Who else is going live this week? Or going live again after today? No, I'm just messing. If I keep that up like that HTZ, I'm going to have to be... I'm really trying... I really do not want to fund another account. I'm trying hard to stay in the game with this $1,000 account this year. I'm going to try very hard to stay in the game with this $1,000 account. But it's time to size up. All right, MLGO, cracked the bear flag, sent at 1070. Riot giving me some trouble. Back up and over 7. Blown accounts in 1 day, Keith. Yeah, I have too. And it's not smart. In our minds know that it's not smart, like that HTZ, but I cannot. That's why I just made the new rule: avoid shorting front side. Because sometimes when you get involved like early like that, you're scrambling. You're scrambling to get your exit, to get your ads, to size in. It's getting juicier. There's a lot going on when you're in it front side where it takes away the impartiality to the trade that it should have. And so it messes with the emotions a bit. SXTC, new highs. So SXTC, if that thing gets up close to $3, I'll have to hit it again. Riot stopped me out, 705. Bitcoin's doing its thing. So now I'm only green MLGO on the paper side of things. I'm probably just going to lock it up too. Locking up MLGO. So I'm in nothing right now. Here's the paper side of things when you're thinking with objectivity. 22 there, 27, 18, 44, and then minus 40, minus 27, minus 25. So 4 green trades, 3 red trades. That's about how an edge should be. You're going to have red trades. You're not avoiding red trades. I'd say this stuff every single day because I know it's difficult for traders, including myself. You cannot avoid the red trades. You can't avoid the large red trades, though, which I did not do today. You can't avoid those. Yeah, SXTC's juicy up there. Closer to $3. I don't mind that one. ICCT, can't believe that one's trying to curl back around. I mean, really, it's not bad on this bear flag. Against like 320. ICCT against 320, not terrible. Up and over $3. See, these are comfortable and easier when you can see them backside to take advantage of them. Oh my God, it just spiked right up to 320. Keith, I can't comment on that. But I will say I truly believe I can assist you guys in becoming consistent traders. Problem is I need to listen to myself. HTZ 930 we're sitting at, breaking up and out to new highs. Weeble pulling back in. Isaiah manageable. Manageable relative to your account. WNW cracking 240, fading off of that. Yeah, it has felt like this week has been like take the green when you see it. Kind of, but that's a tough one. I mean, again, even with that, you don't want to learn the wrong lessons. It's like, yeah, I was green on it. Maybe you should have, I mean, in hindsight, should have taken it. But when you're down, but see, my problem has been, like, I'm down, let's say I'm down $200, then I'm green 50. Like, yeah, I can't, yeah, I should have taken that if it curls back around, but really, I can't grow my account if I do that. Because that's consistently losing a large amount or risking a ton for gaining a little bit. SPY, nonstop climb right now. Kayvon hating these algorithmic SPY days. SPY is just in an algo climb right now, along with the market, apparently. A lot of the Bitcoin plays MARA straight up. Riot probably straight up too then. ICCT 320 hit. This is not a bad trade right here, ICCT. Against like the highs. I don't mind stabbing at it. But I mean, it does feel like a day where it's just it's not easy. Not easy. We'll go 200. It's probably what I should do starting tomorrow, about 200. I cannot be hitting max L's though. It means like 2 red trades is pretty much going to be a max L for me. That can't happen. So 330. 337-ish will be the stop. It's climbing up to right now. All right, there we go. ICCT, I got a 317 short on this. I don't really want to back up to the highs. I want that to serve as some resistance, ICCT. On this bear flag, climb back around 337 is going to be the risk. Yeah, so far not a great week. I need to Nice, Isaiah. 2 days in a row. Hurts though. Yeah, you're doing well though. You're doing well. See, right now I'm trying to think like, it should not have tunneled in. Should not have tunneled in. There's so many good opportunities to be looking for. I mean, there were 3 or 4 other ones I took. So many decent opportunities to look for. When I go larger share size starting tomorrow, I'm going to naturally want to focus in on that ticker rather than looking for other opportunities. I do better when I get involved with it and then stop looking at it. That's where I do better because I'm not inclined to adjust any of my risk parameters or rules. When I take a trade, I like to focus elsewhere, so I'm not inclined to do that. Thank you, Doug. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of teachers out there that they focus so much on the profit side of things rather than the risk that it does get traders envious, and then newer traders will lose their booties because they're trying to emulate that. They're trying to emulate that rather than focusing on A, learning their edge, B, learning risk parameters, C, just learning. I do think that's where. Oh, ICCT. Look at that crack right there. 309. 306. Oh my God, 306. I'm kicking back with this. I'm going to kick back with ICCT, maintaining that stop, which, oh my God, I nearly got topped out of right there. Yeah, I can teach you guys for sure. I feel very confident I can help you guys with your small accounts. Absolutely. I think that's where I can shine. Maybe I should just change my channel name to like Small Account Teacher. I don't know. I got to start growing it myself, though. Go on side, green minus fees for 4 months. I'll take it, but I need to grow a pair and get this account going. Problem is, like Isaiah said, when you start sizing up and then you take, you're gonna have losses. You're gonna have losses. But if I size up and then I take all losses, like 5-6 L's in a row, that's gonna be tough on a small account. 40 there, 40 there, 40 there, 40 there. You're down a couple $100 now. You're at very little on the account. Doug, I appreciate you for hopping in here. ICCT, $3 was the profit target. Got filled. Nice. Up 52 right now. Yeah, this is, on paper, this is exactly what I want my days to look like. I do not want my days to look like one trade and one big L. That is so dumb. So absolutely dumb. This is what I want my days to look like. Some red, some green, the green's bigger. These trades right here, exactly what I'm teaching and going for. You're going to have red trades, make them minimal, and your green trades, let them run. This is exactly what I'm trying to teach, and I'm trading on paper right now exactly how I would live, I think. I probably would be a little bit more focused in on the trades, but sizing up on a small account, that's what I'm afraid of. I do not want to tunnel in on anything. I just want to try very hard not to tunnel in on anything. Yeah, Keith. Good points. Kayvon trying Netflix, NFLX. Yep. The sloppy seconds against 1064. We are up a lot on Netflix. I mean, 1,000 up to 1,060. This is one of the biggest green days Netflix has had in the last year. A significant move right here. Yeah, so if I was trading this, larger share size, like, I don't know. I'd probably go, honestly, like 10 shares against the highs. So that would be $50 to $60 risk. Over $100 reward easy on this. Over $100 reward. That's not a bad one right there. Market's still around highs right now. Be mindful of that. Riot, the Bitcoin stuff moving up, but again, I didn't marry that one. Took an L. It's fine. SXTC. Oh my God. I mean, that one's juicing up. That one's really juicing up. Up and over $3, the main risk there, SXTC. I am probably hitting this. Up and over $3. I'm just growing a pair starting tomorrow. That's all I'm doing. I'm just going to start hitting these bigger size, applying the risk. I'm going to hit this right now. 287 short, 200 shares against like 307. Setting the stop immediately. Setting the profit target immediately. And then moving on to the next one. Taking the signals when you see them. Taking the signals when you see them. And then setting the order out. Moving on to the next trade. Looking for something else. Again, I'm going to be larger size, so I'm going to naturally want to eyeball it, but I really, that messes me up. I'm telling you, when I'm in a trade and I'm just staring at every single tick, when you stare at every single up and down tick, like, I place an insubordinate amount of significance on it, and I'm inclined to mess up the trade. So I need to get in, ignore it. That's what helps me out. ICCT stopped me out up there, pulled back. Or no, I hit that. I made profit on that one. SXTC, what are we doing? 280 we're setting at. Flip through some gainers. So, yeah, SXTC right now, looking at that one short, 287 average. Up and over $3 is the stop, 307. Honestly, it's really good against 320, just like we saw with all the other plays today. 20-cent magic area, but I'm doing single entries from now on. That is a new rule on the count. Single entries. Shoot. Yeah, we'll be doing that. Single entries, multiple exits. Single entries, a little bit larger size. Risk a bit. Single entries. Because you naturally, I do at least, naturally want to hit it for more when it's looking juicier, when it's looking better, like up towards 320, for instance, SXTC. My natural inclination is to hit it for some more size because I like it better up there. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's not good for a small account. I adjust the rules. I adjust the risk. Unless that's part of your plan, whereas you may normally take 1,000 shares on it and you want to split it up like 250, 250, 500. I can see that working out. It just does not for me. It just doesn't. I've tried it so many times, and for me it doesn't work. Yeah, you can click your stops as well. This button right here. I probably need to start doing that. I'm just so used to the OCOs. But yeah, you can click your stops. Honestly, I might start doing that. That's a good point, Keith. Let me cancel. Shift C cancels all my orders. So this button up here for capital CPro, S stands for the stop limit. Stop market maybe. Let me try it. Let me put that up here at 305. Well, default quantities 100. I gotta do the. I wish it would just put my share size in there. All right, confirm and send. Stop market. Okay, good. Yeah, Keith, you may have given me a good idea. Stop market. So we'll just click it. We'll just do that. Click the button. Put in our share size. Stop market. 306. Right now, dude, we're in the money. SXTC. In the money here. I'm going to take half off. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, good. So that stop button that I clicked on, so we have leftovers now. It adjusted to my actual quantity. He's working paper trading. Doug, ask again. Hardwire. Or elaborate on that. I'm trying to understand. Dude, it's so annoying when you... Dude, I felt like... this should have been my day today. Trading so well when I don't tunnel in on one. Lots of green, little red. And should have should have $100 day every single day. Really. I feel like I'm there. I really feel like I'm there. I should have these big days every day. I feel like I'm there. I just need to not tunnel in on one trade. Size up, don't tunnel in. Size up, don't tunnel in. My problem's going to be this account may be too small for that. I don't know. The account may be too small for that. Yeah, Keith, watch my CPro video. I went over a few of these things. I haven't used it much either. You can group it as well, so you can make that an OCO order. The one cancels the other. But yep, that button right there is pretty much a stop market. You click on the chart, just like you said with Ninja Trader, and then you can place your stop order. I'm probably going to start doing that as well. It's a little simpler. Could be more flexible on the profit side. So I got a 286 average right now, which is I think this is the stop I placed on it. Or is that my average? Is that going over is that my average? I think that's the stop I put on it. We'll find out. Yeah, that is going to work. It's going to work well. I like the click stops as well. I can't drag this order though, so I feel like that's just my average. Yeah, that's my average. I think it canceled. I think it did cancel. Yeah, it did cancel. All right, I got to set an additional stop. So you click that button, and then we'll just put it right there. 100. Stop market. Bada bing, bada boom. 288. Yeah, you can. I just got filled though. So now I can't. But yeah, you can drag those around. Exactly. You're pretty much trailing it. I really want the trails on here. I love the stop market that you can place with that. I really want the trails. Let me see if they have those yet. New hotkey. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not even knowing where to go here for the trails. I don't think they have it yet, but they're working on it because I've emailed them about it, and a lot of traders have asked for it. You like to manually do it, though. All right, let's flip through some gainers. The market's been moving up as well as a lot. Kayvon's a newer trader. What is a stop order? Just focus on profits. Don't worry about the stop. The stops will take care of themselves. CLSK, not a bad trade here. Popping up and over the 50-day moving average. All right, CLSK, I like it. I love it. 875, pretty good. 875. Yeah, normally I do. I have a hotkeys that get like Shift H for me, those two keystrokes. They will take me out half of the position. So normally I press Shift H to get out half and then set an adjusted stop at my break-even price. So I know I'm at least green on it. CLSK 875, clean spark. Clean spark. Getting bought up there. Overall markets, guys, has been in an uptrend. Spy's pulling back a little bit right now. CLSK, I don't mind against the highs. So the backside stuff, man, so easy. I'm going to focus there. No more shorting front side. Man, you got to be so mentally tuned in every single morning when you trade, or that BS will happen. You got to be so mentally tuned in. I'm going to take CLSK against the highs. All right, let's try the clicking on the chart here. 875. What is that? Limit stop market. Okay, you can group it too. So we can press S and then click 875. We can group it to a OCO or exit single. I'm just going to do an exit single right there. I have 200 shares. 200. 875. Confirm and send. Okay, so stop order placed 875. For 200, it will buy to cover back. I have minus 200 at 866. So CLSK working a short against the highs right now. Backside rather than front side. Doug got me in his ear while working. Nice. No better way to work, I hear. Yeah, that trail stop manually is dope. Yeah, well, you'll be utilizing it on Friday. So, guys, any questions about CPro or today? Today was wreckage for me on the live account. But, look, I mean, my trades here. If we look at my trades today on the paper, exactly what I wanted live. So I adjusted my risk parameters mid-trade, like I always say amateurs do. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. That was the main issue. The front side short kind of sucked too, but the main issue was going all in on one trade. It's just so dumb. That's going to be a little, tomorrow I'm going to be sizing up, so I got to consider that too, because all in, I mean, my risk per trade tomorrow is going to be I'm going to have to get in close to my stop tomorrow. I don't have a ton of wiggle room. Max loss is $50. Then I get stopped out. I do not have a ton of wiggle room. So tomorrow, I'm looking for bigger days. Going to be sizing up some, but because I know that's what's messing me up on the account, all the fees, and so my sizing's too small. ICCT snap from 320. Yeah, guys, any questions at all before we start wrapping it up? CLSK, I'm going to see what's going to happen there. N is coming up to a resistance line I like a lot. You can be mindful of that one. It's a gold play, which I've been avoiding those. KOPN hit that magic 20 cent area beautifully. ICCT perfect. Like, this is what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow. Just sloppy seconds right up to nice resistance lines. Back for that elevator down. HTZ is officially in a void, which it should have been originally. Keith, you're trading bigger size because the DOS Trader Pro fees. Yeah, I don't want to be oversizing. I don't know. I'm gonna be applying some deep thought today. Because I got a max loss of 50, and that can be hit quick. And then I can't do what I just did on paper, which is have a lot of green, some red. It's exactly the day I'm looking for. I'm okay with red trades. I know they're coming. I just can't have a big red trade. I know the red trades are there. Just can't do what the F I did today on the live account. Yeah, then I got the platform fees and whatnot coming out beginning of the month. So I might have to put some more in it because I can't size up on like 3 or 4 different trades with a tiny account. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to have the buying power for it. All right, CLSK 866 average, sitting at 858 right now. These quiet, slow, easy ones, they're so nice, aren't they? They're so nice. Netflix, I'm curious how that one ended up nice. Heck yeah. Nice, Kayvon. 10 points right there. Good. Good. SXTC. Oh, anybody get that? Was eyeballing it near $3. Man, nice. That one pretty good up there, up near $3. Oh, TEM. Look at the leftovers there. That Head and Shoulders, 44 down all the way to 43. Man, dude, that was a nice one right there. I believe I took it all right around like 43.70. That one kept working out. Some decent setups today. Decent setups. ICCT 320s. TM on the Head and Shoulders. SXTC up towards that resistance, $3. KOPN $1.20 hit. CLSK I'm working against the highs. Not loving it. Might just get out of it. Probably will. So there we go. That's going to wrap up my day, guys. Up $85 on paper. Down 135 on the live. Marrying a ticker. It's all right. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm excited for tomorrow because I'm still trading well outside of that BS right there. Not going to do that again. Sticking to the risk at the minimum. I have a new rule. I put a new rule, avoiding shorting front side, but I know very well if something's popping up right up to my risk parameter, right up to the risk guide that I want, I'm likely going to take it. So I have to never adjust the risk. Absolutely never. I think the main thing is single entries. Single entries today. Single entries moving forward. Not hitting anything multiple times. It creates increased bias, and I can't do that. Increased bias is not good for the accounts, guys. It's not good at all. Cannot focus one trade. Single entries. I wish. I don't know if I wish. I mean, I just... $1 million accounts are so easy to trade, aren't they? If somebody gave me $1 million account, you guys got $1 million? Give me $1 million account. You just see these guys. They just smack it and smack it and smack it until it works. I mean, they literally beat these tickers into oblivion until they listen, until the tickers cooperate with them. There's really, like, some of these $1 million traders, they don't have a lot of risk. They literally will just smack it short and euphoria all day until they listen, until they work out. I see how easy it looks, but it just doesn't work out for me. And then it works until it doesn't, when one goes up into eternity. GME style. SPY pulling in a little bit. Yeah, Keith, I'm gonna be doing some more waiting in general. Single entries. I'm not changing that. I get too loosey-goosey. Every time I'm feeling good, I get too loosey-goosey. And I start hitting them more. Start sizing in more. Not doing any more. Making a promise to you guys. You clip it and chastise me if I ever do that again. I'm not adding. It increases the bias. and then messes me up, and then I take off the risk and yada yada. Just all BS that I did today. Keith, you lost $4,000 US dollars, Benjamin Franklin's, of your rich uncle's money. Oh no. Have you paid him back yet? Or you said, hey, I need another 4,000, and then I'll make that 4,000 back and pay you with that. MLGO, beautiful bear flag's been fading off of that. All right, guys. Tough day on the live account. Easy day on the paper account. That's how it goes. I'm flipping through some tickers, see what else is popping up. A lot of the Bitcoin, Mara, Riot, those plays are popping off. IREN. Something on IREN if you're sticking around. Flip and see what else there is. It's mainly why I short, though. The hood is I like to predict versus react. Reacting to tickers rather than predicting moves. Longs oftentimes, I mean, you kind of have to. You're predicting volume coming into it. Shorting is easier in my opinion because you're reacting to FOMO, fear of missing out, kind of long traders. Bad, super late. I wish I was super late today. Yeah, good to see you in here, Bad. It was a bad day, but a good day. I'm overall optimistic, regardless of the big L today, because I needed to get slapped in the face with that single entry, because otherwise there was a day coming where I was going to lose my A, hitting tickers multiple times. BTDR climbing up. Keith, you're going to be using a credit card now to fund your accounts. I can't say I'd recommend that. But what's interesting is that brings back a memory. Like 10 years ago when I was getting introduced to trading and getting started, there was a guru out there who actually was encouraging that, buy all my classes and chat room and then fund your account all with a credit card. I mean, not great advice. You're just kidding. Just trying to draw a reaction. I mean, there's a lot of people that do that, so. Not much surprises me anymore these days, Keith. It really doesn't. SXTC back down to this bottom trend line, 249. See what happens there. All right. Anything you guys got? Here's the day. Bad. It went bad. Gone over it plenty of times. You might have to go back and watch the live stream if you want to get the intel. But new rules applied. Great day on paper. Terrible day. The terrible day. Have you seen that meme? It was like, just funded the account and started trading at 9:30. 5 minutes later, auto liquidated, refunding account. It's awful when it happens right at 9:30, right? I mean, literally, 9:30 rolls around. My degeneracy just cannot avoid taking a trade. See something popping up, I'm like, ooh, short. Slam, slam, slam. Yeah, Kayvon. And account is gone 5 minutes later. Auto liquidated. Put the max loss on your account, though, guys, when you head over. Keith, you're going Friday, heading over. Put the max loss on. You got to, because you'll go on tilt otherwise. Like today, I probably would have gone on tilt. You just got to take a big red day and just call it a day, especially if you F up everything. You got a heavy foot. Thank you. Working the trenches with Instacart, Costco to put money in the account. Then Amazon's been slow. I can't imagine Amazon being slow, man. Amazon definitely ain't slow over here. Yeah, put the max loss on it. No tilt. Don't want to go on tilt mode. Not a good thing. Not a good idea. Yeah, so when I first went over to CMEG, I actually grew a $1,500 account under PDT to over 5,000. Probably was focusing very hard on like one good trade. You only had 3 trades within 5 days. I'd focus in on one good trade. Take it. Then I went offshore with the unlimited freedom and flexibility, and you guys can imagine what happened. So that's the main thing with having the unlimited freedom to trade is understanding then that you got to take only your good setups and then sizing appropriately. All mental at that point. When you can trade as much as you want, yeah, you can take your good setups, but it's more of a mental game. More of a mental game than anything when you have that freedom. Because freedom comes with responsibilities. Yeah, fees were too. Yeah, Keith, back when you were younger, what, in like the 1960s or so, it was real expensive. You had to call up the, what do they call them, bucket shops? Yeah, trading's too much fun. Too much fun. Too much. You learn a lot about yourself. Some of the best traders, man, like you learn so much discipline trading, especially if you're successful with. If you find success with it, those traders have the utmost discipline and confidence. Have learned so many mental skills. I mean, to become a consistently profitable trader, you have to have such great mental skills. Learn them. That's what I love about it, though. Those who do find the consistency, it's their mind is unshakable. Their confidence, their discipline, very mentally strong. I'm just messing with you, Keith. Yeah, 1983. Bad did pre-market trading since yesterday and slept before the bell. Trying something new. Hope it improves my mental game. Yeah, mental's everything. Mental's everything. I'm going to shake off today and focus on tomorrow. That's all I can do. Bad today, but good tomorrow. That's what we're going to focus on. Largest red day. Oh no, last Thursday. What did you trade? Your Easter became hunting for confidence and then hunting for eggs. Oh man, dude. Hunting for eggs. What? So you got some kids and you got to pretend like you didn't take the biggest L of your life because the kids don't care. So you just gotta live in an alternate reality. Spies spiking up. Kayvon mentioned 500,000 volume coming in. De-escalation with China situation. Sees de-escalation because the situation's unsustainable. Here we go. What do we short? Yeah, last time you remember this happened, a lot of good shorts popped up. All right, gentlemen. Hood spiking up to the highs. Kayvon. Yeah, seeing that pretty much everything spiking right now. One in the hand, two in the bush. You guys crack me up. All right. Yeah, a lot of spikes going on due to... Thank you, Kayvon, for that. I always blow my account before the big move. All right, Keith, so you're Friday, you're live again. You gotta... Okay, so we naturally... Have you ever noticed in life, since we just discussed you have a lot of life experience since the 1960s, have you ever noticed that kind of what you assume, because I'm all about psychology these days with the trading accounts, what you assume is often what you become. Those in life, you'll notice that assume success are essentially successful. Those who assume failure find failure. So we got to work on that. You're going to start assuming success. It's all mental. It's all mental. It's all mental. But we get to, like, essentially manufacture that. It's self-manufactured. If you picturize success, then you actualize success. If you focus very hard on seeing profitability, if you focus on that and assume it, you naturally, psychologically move towards that. It is just how the psyche, it's just how the psyche works. So that's why except this morning, so that's why I try to focus a lot on, like in the mornings, I try to reiterate to myself things that I want to see myself do, like not mirror exactly, and it didn't work today. Actualizing it did not work today. I picturized it. But yeah, our physical trading is going to be largely determined by your emotional condition. That's why, I've heard it said by so many of the bigger traders out there, like the biggest L's are often related to something going on in the lives. I've heard that many times, and a lot of professional traders have said that, like the loss of a loved one or bad things going on in life. Oftentimes you can relate big red days to more emotional trading days. And you got to understand the emotions are highly regulated by the thoughts. So focusing your thoughts on picturizing what you want to see. So anyways, threw that in there for free today. Guys, hit the like and all that. Stuck around with you guys today. Despite the massive red day, I want you guys to find success, so that's why I tried sticking around to help you guys out. SXTC, $3 resistance, cracking the bottom trend. Beautiful. Tomorrow I'm going to be smacking the top of that. Single entries, multiple exits. Single entries, multiple exits. Netflix, good example of a short opportunity. Pops with the SPY news. Oh, but sellers just bring it right back down. Yeah, good point there. Popping right there, 150. Yeah, a lot of sellers present, though. What do you think that is, Kayvon? You think that's longs that are in it from near highs, trying to get out? Or you think a lot of shorts coming in? Or do you think algos? Yeah, Hood, there's probably something there. Robin Hood's at new highs right now. CLSK at highs. Shorts rehitting the pop. Yeah. Oh my god, SXTC. Damn it. Alright, gonna remain positive. Because this account's gonna turn around if Kayvon has an all green week. Alright, traders, that's going to wrap it up for me today. Lunchtime. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Avery Day Trading Show. Hope you guys were green team. We remain strong. We remain focused and disciplined. Tomorrow, discipline. But otherwise, guys, thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, stay disciplined, stay focused. We will see you guys tomorrow.